Welcome to the Mystery Motivator video. This strategy is based on the principle of positive reinforcement and sets the stage for appropriate behavior to occur. The Mystery Motivator strategy is very flexible, simple to implement, and can be used with a whole class or individual students. And it's effective. A study by Kowalowitz and Coffey in 2014 specifically looked at the implementation of the Mystery Motivator intervention to classrooms, and classrooms in the study showed immediate and significant reductions in disruptive behavior. In a nutshell, Mystery Motivator is an intervention that is designed to promote appropriate behavior by delivering random mystery rewards. The teacher specifically defines target behaviors that need to increase or decrease. Then the teacher creates a motivating environment by covering up the reward and hyping it up, by referring to it often and giving vague clues about it that will spark the student's interest. Before you get started, there is a bit of preparation. First, determine when you want to use this intervention, such as during large group instruction in math or independent seat work, and why. Maybe I'm constantly addressing behavior issues at that time. Second, identify and define the behaviors you want to decrease and the replacement behaviors that you want to increase and will be reinforcing. For example, suppose that your students are not following directions or requests when asked during independent work time. You might identify this behavior as the target to decrease, and following directions within 5 seconds of being asked as the replacement behavior to increase. Third, you determine a criterion to serve as a goal. A good way to do this is to collect data on how often the behavior is occurring right now. In our not following directions example, how many times are students currently following directions within 5 seconds of being asked during independent work time on average? Let's say it's about 30% of the time. You might set the goal of 50% of the time, and that would become your criterion. The last steps in preparation includes determining the elements of uncertainty that give this intervention its excitement and effectiveness. What reward will be given when earned, and which days actually yield a mystery motivator? Let's talk mystery rewards. Some teachers choose to write a variety of reinforcing items or activities on index cards and put them in a big envelope or box with a large question mark on the front and place it in a prominent place. Others create posters that list various rewards and cover each one with a colored card or post-it note or hide in a slotted envelope. I have seen one teacher place reinforcers in a big decorated box with a lid. What can be used as reinforcers? Well, what gets your kids excited? Extra time in computer lab? Getting to watch YouTube videos as a class? Small candies? Time to chat with friends? Fast passes to lunch? Asking your students for ideas is always helpful. The anticipation of whether or not a mystery motivator will be received when earned is often added by creating a calendar board. On a weekly calendar, you can write a large MM on some, but not all of the days in that week. Then cover up each day on the calendar with a post-it note large enough to hide the M's underneath. Some teachers have written MM on a calendar in invisible ink, building the excitement of whether today will yield a mystery reward. Okay, you're prepared and ready to go. Implementation is easy. Let's say it's the start of a session of independent work. Inform your class that the mystery motivator game is in effect and remind them of the replacement behaviors you are looking for, such as following directions within 5 seconds. Having a chart paper or poster with the target behavior written is a great visual reminder for students. Then keep a running tally of the target behaviors. In this example, every time a student follows a direction within 5 seconds, a tally mark is made. Also keep track of the number of directions you give. At the end of the session, announce the final total of the tally and whether or not the predetermined criterion has been met. In this case, let's say it was 9 out of 12 or 75% of directions were followed within 5 seconds. With a 50% criterion, yay! Students met the criteria. Since the students met the criteria, pull off the sticky note on the calendar to reveal whether a reward is available. Is there an MM? Some teachers have had the students do a drum roll on their laps or desks to build up anticipation. If there is an MM, dramatically reach into your mystery motivator envelope or box and reveal the fabulous prize. If no appears on the calendar, praise the class for meeting the goal and remind them that they will soon have another chance to earn a reward. If the class did not meet the goal, review and practice the expected behavior in order to set them up for success during the next time the mystery motivator is in effect. As a tip, make sure that the first couple of times that students reach the criterion, that the mystery motivator is available. This might mean putting the on the first 3 or 4 days on the calendar or adjusting the criterion if it's too high. Mystery motivators, simple, effective, and fun. My colleague and I often use mystery motivators during professional learning with adult learners to encourage high levels of participation, and it is not only effective, the participants really get into it. You can learn more about mystery motivators and the variety of ways to implement this strategy in the Tough Kid book by Bill Jensen and colleagues.